Hi, in this video I'm about to share with you the process of installing a new concession window in my food trailer. The video might be long because I like to document everything from A to Z, but if you scroll down to the description, you will find out that I split the video into sections. So when we first purchased this used food trailer, it came with a classic sliding window, just like the ones installed in houses, which does not give this food trailer a professional impression. We then decided to replace it with a more practical, attractive professional window. I looked online for some options, and this was my second time dealing with Rick Pro, a great RV supplies company. Their staff are so knowledgeable and helpful. Their website is easy to navigate, and the order process is fast, and so the shipping is free and fast as well. They have a variety of styles and sizes that you can choose from. The one I chose comes with two sliding windows and screens in the center and two solids in the sides. Comes with an awning that has two matching locks and a different range of sizes depending of your needs or the size of your trailer. I recommend including the support bars to your order because they are a good safety feature. Below is my referral link to the company's website. If you follow this link and make a purchase, we might get a very small commission at no additional cost to you. We will appreciate that as your subscription to the channel. Hey, guess what just arrived? My new concession window. Thank you. Yo, this is our new concession window just arrived right now. Free and fast shipping from Rec Pro. It's well and safely packed. So this one is a 48 by 36 inches. And this is going to be my next project. Let's check it out. Hi again. I am really so excited to unpack this beauty behind me. I got my blade ready to go, and make sure to wear cut resistant gloves since you're going to be dealing with a blade and staples and sharp edges. Let's do it. So as you can see, the window glass arrived safe. It was really safely packed. Let's check it out. So these are the two support bars to keep your awning from falling. I think it's a must thing to buy with the window for your own safety and for your customer safety and for your peace of mind. You know what I mean? So make sure to buy these guys with your window. I see two keys right here attached to the window. and this is just more foam to protect glass. And let's see what's these are just accessories to install the support boards. This is going to be a quick overview about this window before the installation. So I picked the white color because my trailer is white, but the company has a diversity of colors, designs and sizes that you can choose from. They can even make a custom size for you depending on your needs. So the frame of this window is made of good quality aluminum. The awning comes with two matching locks and two keys. It opens and closes really smooth because of the installed gas struts in both sides. This is the front of the window. So this style comes with two solid sides and two sliding windows in the center with their screens for a bigger serving area for your food. The awning looks like it's holding itself, but it's smart to reinforce the awning by installing the support walls so it keeps it from falling down in a windy day. And this is how the window looks like from the inside. Two solid sides and two sliding windows with two sliding screens. The serving area is 19 inches wide, which is enough to serve our food. This was a quick overview about this window. Let's start the installation process. Peace. I'm about to take down this old sliding window that came with the food trailer to be able to install a new one. I don't know how it's gonna go because it wasn't me who installed this one, but from what I see, this window was attached with self-drilling screws, hexagonal washer head, and probably some kind of silicone or glue, I don't know. But I am going to start with the easiest part by removing the frame from the inside and then get back to this. Here we go. This is the inside frame that I'm going to take down. I remember installing this one. It's attached just with nails and silicone. So the tools that I'm going to be using is a pry bar and a hammer. And I'm going to try to be gentle because I want to keep this frame for another project. Make sure to wear your PPE. It's coming off really easy. Like I said, this is the easiest part. Alright, done. This was easy. Let's do the outside. This is how small these screws are, and I don't know how safe it was. Alright, all the screws are removed now, so I'm probably gonna use a heat gun to soften the silicone layer, and probably I'm gonna use a potty knife to get in between and try to remove it. This is how it looks like after removing the old sliding window. As you can see, it was a lot of silicone involved in, and of course I got a surprise. I got that little damage right there, so I need to figure out how to put that back in and go from there. Here you go, it's already back into its place. I used pliers to straighten the aluminum sheet, and I applied some lubricant to make it slide in easily. Now we pass to the most important part of this, is taking the measurements and cutting the hole for the new concession window. You have to take your time while doing this, and you need to know what you're doing, because the minute you start cutting, you can't back off. So we're gonna take the measurements from the interior frame and not the exterior frame. We're gonna take the measurements of the interior frame of the concession window. Make sure to remember that. These are the measurements that I just took from the interior frame of the concession window. So this is going to be the dimension of my cut. I got lucky enough to get the same height from the previous window. So all I have to do now is to make it wide enough to fit the new concession window. Alright, double checking your measurements is really so important, so take your time to do that. The green mark will be my extension cut to make the hole wide enough to fit the new concession window. I am done for today, and probably tomorrow we're gonna finish cutting this hole and installing the new window. It's time to work on the extension cut to make the hole wide enough to fit the new concession window. To cut the metal, I'm going to be using an angle grinder, and I am using a 6-inch cut-off wheel, which is long enough to reach the trailer's metal structure. Make sure to wear your PPE, your safety glasses, some good quality gloves, and a face shield if you have one. And since you're going to be cutting metal, you're going to be dealing with debris, metal debris, so make sure to wear long sleeves and of course your work boots. Let's do it. cutting off this structure metal bar, so we will be able to cut off the wood as well. This outlet is on the way, so I'm gonna need to shorten the AMT tube, but for now I'm gonna just take it down so I can finish my cut. I marked the wood cut from the inside because it's gonna be easier to cut it from the inside. So you just take your measurements and mark your cut. Finished cutting the hole, and now I'm gonna just go ahead and trim the edges and clean them from the previous silicone, and then give it a try. I had this foam just sitting in my backyard, and I thought that it will be a great idea to use it to fill up the gaps between the aluminum sheets and the wood. As you can see, this side got deformed because the structure metal bar was removed. So I'm gonna use foam to fill up these gaps just so it maintains its form again. And to cut the foam, I used a hot wire that I quickly made. So if you guys are interested to know how to make one of these, go ahead and leave a comment, and I will make a video on how to make one of those. They are really fun to use. So I just got done removing the previous silicone, trying to prepare the edges and make them clean for new material to install the new concession window. So now I'm about to sand those edges, and I'm going to be using an angle grinder and a 120 grit grinding disc and see how it's going to turn out. So before a definitive installation, I want to give it a shot and try this concession window and see if it's going to fit the hole that I just cut. And since there is nobody to help me, I want to reduce the weight of the window a little bit by removing the sliding windows and the screens. They are easy to remove. You gently apply the pressure all the way down, and then it's going to release the window. Same thing with the screen. You just apply a pressure all the way down, and then it's going to release the screen. So since the window looks high from this side, I'm gonna trim just a little angle from here to here, and there is no matte, no science happening right here. I'm just trusting the judgment of my eye, you know what I mean? Alright, cool. It fits exactly like how I want it to fit. Um, I'm so happy. Alright, so what I'm gonna be doing now is I'm gonna be marking where the metal bars are, because this is where I want my screws to be. And then I'm gonna apply rubber sealant around the edges to prevent water leak. So this is the rubber sealant that I'm going to be applying on the edges. It's 1 inch wide. So while I'm drilling, the bit keeps pulling out some of the rubber sealant. I have no idea what to do. What to do for that. But anyways, at the end, I'm gonna apply silicone all around the frame, which is going to prevent water leak. Yesterday I had a little issue drilling the holes on the windows frame to attach it to the trailer. So every time I drill a hole, the bit keeps collecting the rubber sealant that I applied. So I didn't know how to avoid that, but today I came up with this idea that I'm going to be trying, and I hope it's going to work.
So watch Eddie.
Also, I want to share with you the bolts and the nuts that I'm going to be using. So this is a 2.5 inch bolt or screw with a hex head, and since it's a food trailer and there is a lot of vibration involved in, I got lock nuts to prevent loosening. To avoid collecting the rubber sealant, every time I drill a hole through the aluminum frame, I will stop before reaching to the rubber sealant and apply some heat on the drill bit just so the rubber does not stick into it while drilling. Don't apply too much heat on the drill bit because it might bend it. Nice and clean, right? I choose to have my bolts inside this sinus right here, and as you can see there isn't too much room, so this bolt fits just fine, but this one hole is a little bit off, which means the bolt is not going to fit right. So as you can see, it doesn't fit all the way in. So to fix that, I'm going just to grind a little bit from the head to make it fit. So this is going to be my solution for this case. And the reason I had this issue is to simply I didn't punch the center of the hole before drilling. To hold the bolt, I'm going to be using pliers and a piece of cardboard just so I don't damage the threads of the bolts. This is how the head of the bolt looks like now. So let's try that out. Cool. It does the trick. I'm going to punch the center of the holes to not go through that issue again. I'm going to be using just a nail and a hammer. on applying some silicone before tightening the bolts. Just to prevent any water leak. Alright, tighten up those bolts from the inside using flat washers and lock nuts. The window is holding itself and it's secure after tightening up all these bolts. I applied 3 bolts from each side, left, top, right, and bottom. I used hex bolts. The size is 1/4 to 2.5 inches, and the head of these bolts fits just perfect inside that small sinus from the exterior frame. The size of the flat washers and the lock nuts is 1/4 as well. To tighten up these nuts, I used
I'm sorry. To tighten up the nuts. Uh,
the socket size is 11. Make sure to use a long one just so the screw is not on your way while you're tightening up the nuts. I'm so happy, you know what I mean, with this result. It's more than what I expected. The window fits sharp with the trailer's body. All I gotta do now is to clean up around the frame from the outside, and I'm gonna hold on into applying silicone around the frame till I paint the whole trailer. So I still have to install those support bars. Also, I gotta fill up those gaps and come up with some nice frame from the interior, you know what I mean? I'm gonna put those babies back and see how it looks like. You just apply a pressure all the way down and put them back in. These are the parts to assemble the support bars. The package comes without instructions, but there is a description at the company's website. So this part gets attached to the awning, and it has a pin that serves as a lock. This cap goes from the top, and it has a hex socket head little screw. So make sure to have the right tool to tighten that up. And this one part, it goes from the bottom. Same thing, it has the same type of screws. Go ahead and tighten that up. Make sure that the two caps are lined up. And this one part, it goes from the bottom, it gets attached to the Windows frame. Same thing, it has a pin that serves as a lock. It's a simple mechanism. You just line up the holes and then you slide the pin. And you see how it has a spiral. So when you slide the pin in, go ahead and apply a pressure and then flip this part, which is going to secure your support bar. The same concept with the top of the bar. You just slide it in and then you lock it by using the pin. To mark the placement of the support bars, you're gonna need to grab the whole thing with its attachment and open the awning of the window and then make an estimation of a secured placement of the support bar and then mark it. To install the parts, I'm gonna use just self drilling screws. Using longer self-drilling screws for the top part. Since this short one didn't work out well, they became loose. Voila! I'm gonna go with the same level of this one to install the other one. So I'm gonna just take the measurement from the bottom. "95% of the project is done. I just got done installing the support bars. They are easy to install and set up. The awning feels more secure and safe. Tomorrow is a new day, and I gotta come up with a nice, cheap interior frame. The cheap solution to make an interior frame in my case was to use wood. So I got wood lumbers for $3 each from the store. They are 8 feet long. The width is 2 inches and a half, and the thickness is 1 inch and a half. They can be painted, they can be varnished, and I think in some states they don't allow wood inside food trucks, so they can be covered with FRP or whatever material is available to you. have this piece of wood right here just to level up, since I can't get the frame in because of the bolts. And then I took a marker and I marked an estimated location for the bolt so I can create a gap in the piece of wood. I finally made it to fit. I am not going to lie and say that was easy because it was a lot of back and forth and it took me a while. I had to trim a little bit from the edge of the frame just so it slides easily and not tight. The frame looks a little bit off now, but after I tighten up everything, it's gonna look better. I am sanding the wood for a smooth surface, but I haven't decided yet if I am going to paint it or varnish it. But the important thing is to have a surface that is easy to clean. For mounting the frame, I'm gonna fill up those big gaps by using this product. It's foam, it's a spray foam. Shit. Stuff gets crazy. The foam is fully cured 12 hours after application, but it can be trimmed within 1 hour. To do that, I am using a razor blade. Make sure to wear your cut resistant gloves. So I'm gonna start by trimming those edges, just like this. It's been raining all day long, and it will be nice to try out this awning and see if it's gonna cover the customers or not. Ooh, it does the job. Time to finish the job, installing the frame using 2-inch screws. concession window installation is completed. It was an honor to share with you my learning process and my experience. Hopefully it's going to be a shortcut for you, and probably you're going to learn from my mistakes. Anyways, I'm so happy with the result and the quality of this window. If you guys have any questions, comments, please let me know. I will appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.